Hello and welcome to Regrow Tech India. I'm your host, Dryrun, bringing to you yet another episode on the Java Beginners Interview Series. So, in this episode, we are going to find or we are going to write a code to check whether a number is a perfect number or not. I know, no human's perfect, but numbers can be, right? So, we are going to write a code in order to check whether a number is perfect or not. Now, a couple of things. One, we have already done the same code using the while loops. This one today is using the for loop. Two, for loops will be much easier. I shouldn't be saying that, but hear me out. So let's go ahead and see what do I mean by perfect numbers, how can we achieve that, or how can we check that using for loops, and then we can see a dry run. So let's get started. Here's the question on your screen right now. It says, write a program to check whether a number is a perfect number or not. A perfect number is a number whose sum of factors, excluding the number itself, gives the original number. For example, factors of 6 is 1, 2, and 3, excluding 6. There is also 6, but we are not going to consider that. And if we find the sum of all of these factors, we will get 6. And because 6 is also the number whose factors we found out and got the sum, hence 6 will be termed as the perfect number because the sum of its factors, excluding the number itself, is the original number. Now, we have already in the last few videos, we have already discussed about how to find the factors, and we said that we will start a for loop. Let's say we take an integer n equals to 6. We will start a for loop int I equals 1 and it will go up till I less than equals to n, I plus plus. And in order to check if a number is the factor or not, if I is a factor or not, we used to check if I n mod I equals 0. If that is the case, SOPLN factor. Okay. Otherwise, no factor. Have I spelled factor? Yes, I did spell it incorrectly. And that's that basically, right? The only thing here is considering this at excluding the number, either say equal to sign or so it will go from 1 till less than n, meaning the loop will run from 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. As soon as it goes to 6, the condition will be checked and it will become I less than equals to n, right? So I will become 6. It is not less anymore, it became equal, so the condition will be false and 6 won't be checked for the factor, right? And after that we'll have to find the sum. We have already done so many programs where we had to find the sum of a certain number, so we'll take a variable sum and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and write the code and see how we can go about it. So here is a fresh new code. Beside this is the factors code where we have written everything properly and we have found out the number of factors. Here again we will take int n equals 6. We will run a for loop for int I equals 1, I less than n, I plus plus. After that we will have if n mod I equals 0, then we will go ahead and we will say, oh, we have to actually find the sum, right? So we'll go ahead and we will say int sum equals to 0 in the beginning, and we need to add on the i's, so we'll say sum equals to sum plus I, and in the end, as for now, let's go ahead and print the sum. System.out.println sum equals to, oh my god, plus sum. Let me go ahead and check it out. So yes, sum is 6. We are happy. We really don't need it. So I'll just go ahead and delete it. So we will take if sum equals n, then in that case, go ahead and print the number is perfect. So we will say perfect number, and then in the else part we'll go ahead and we'll say system.out.println not a perfect number. Okay, that's basically all. So let's check if 6 is perfect. Yes, it is. Now, if I change this number to say 8, let us see if 8 is a perfect number or not. So the factors of 8 would be 1, 2, 4, and that's about it, excluding 8, right? So 1 to 4. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 4 is 7. So it should not be a perfect number. Yes. There we go. So that's basically all. Let's go ahead and check it with 6 once more so that we can copy the code and we can move on with the dry run. Here. Okay. Perfect. So here we'll start by taking int n is 6. So we will have n and we will say n is 6. Then we will have sum. So sum ke niche we will write 0. Then we will have for int I equals to 1. So I will be equals to 1. The condition will be checked. I less than n. I is 1. N is 6. So I is less than n. Condition is true. It will go inside. It will check this if condition. So the condition is if n mod I equals 0. So 6 divided by 1. If the remainder is 0. So I'll just do it here. 6 divided by 1. So 1 6 are 6. The remainder is 0. Condition is true. It will go inside. And it will do sum equals sum plus I. Okay. So, first of all, this will be calculated sum plus I. Sum is 0, I is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. And where it will be stored? In the sum. So, sum which was 0 earlier, now it will become 1. The condition curly bracket is over. Then there is the curly bracket for the for loop, meaning it will go back and check the increment. So increment is I plus plus. I plus plus है तो 1 जो था, now it will become 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now again it will check the condition. We know the deal. I less than n. So right now I is 2, n is 6. Happy. It will check the condition. N mod I equals 0. So 6 mod 2. Right? So 2 3s are 6. Remainder is 0. Condition is true. Right? Now sum is equals to sum plus I. Now right now sum is 1. I is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 will be stored in the sum. Again, 4 is, if it's over, 4 is over. I plus plus will happen. So 2 will become 3. Okay. So 3, again, it will check the condition. 6 mod I, because n is 6 mod I, right? Which is 6 mod 3. So if you see 6 divided by 3, we will have 3 2s are 6, remainder is 0. Condition is true. Sum is equals to sum plus I. Now sum is 3, I is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. So sum will have 6 now. Again the condition is over, I will become 4. The condition will be checked, I less than n. So I is 4, n is 6. It is less, it will go inside and it will check n mod I equals 0. So abhi dekho, n is 6 mod I, meaning divided by 4. 4 ones are 4 and remainder will be 2. It is not equals to 0. So condition is not satisfied. It will come outside and it will find this curly bracket and it will do I plus plus. I plus plus में 5 होगा. Again it will check the condition because इधर का condition तो it will be true. I less than n. I is 5, n is 6. So 5 is less than 6. Happy. N mod 1 equals 0 wala condition will be also checked. So 6 mod 5. 5 ones are 5 and remainder is 1. It is not equals to 0, meaning this will not happen again. I plus plus is supposed to happen, so it will become 6. Now I is 6, n is 6. The condition is I should be less than n. It cannot also be equal, meaning it will fall through the for loop and it will read the next line, which is if sum equals n. Right now sum is 6, n is 6. It is equal, meaning this will be printed. Output will be perfect number. And that should be about it. I hope you understood as to what we are doing here. It is all interrelated. So first video that you should watch is where we are finding the factors of a number and finding the number of factors. Udhar se you can also see prime numbers wala video. And after that, you can come here and check out this perfect number, because here we are again finding out the factors by checking if n mod I equals to 0. The only difference is we are not counting the factors. Instead, we are getting the sum of the factors. So sum is equals to sum plus I. That is the extra thing. And eventually we are checking if sum is equals to the number itself, then the number is perfect. Otherwise, it's not. Right? That's the logic behind it. If you understand the logic of how to find the factors of a number and how to find the number of factors of a number also, these logics are basically what is used. Beyond that, for these kinds of questions, this is something that you should work upon. Other than that, if you like the video, hit that like button and subscribe. Have a great day ahead.